Warning, none of what Terry says in this video should be taken seriously or acted upon in any way. He has no idea what he's doing. Please consult the proper experts.
On today's episode of Least Handy Handyman, I'm answering your questions about home improvement and home repair because I'm super qualified to do that. Welcome to Least Handy Handyman. I am Terry. This is the show where we help you tackle those home improvement projects, those home repair projects. I am Terry, the Least Handy Handyman, but I am wearing a flannel shirt, so you know what I'm saying is right. Today we're quarantined, we're all stuck at home, which is why the video quality is not up to its usual snuff. I miss you, Jordy. Today we're opening up the old mailbag. The old Facebook and Instagram, and answering your questions. You know, I offered my expertise and the response has just been overwhelming. You guys have seen just 2 episodes, but in that short time I've proven what it is I bring to the table. My wife hates when I wear my hat like that too, by the way. So let's dive in. Question 1 comes from Colin. Colin asks, how do I screw things in? Great question, Colin. There's a lot of confusion around this. I myself am obviously an expert at screwing things in. Jordy, you can cut to some footage there. It's too soon to give up. It's not. That's good. Oh. So obviously, I'm a pro. For this one, it's important that you match your type of screwdriver to the screw that you're trying to screw in. So this first one right here with the plus, if you look at the top of the screw and it's got a plus on it, that's called a Phillips head screw, and it needs a Phillips head screwdriver to match that up. The Phillips head named after Mark Phillips, my former youth minister. At least, that's what he told me. So that's the Phillips head, obviously pretty straightforward. You want to keep turning until you've stripped this out entirely, and once you've done that, you know the screw is never ever going to move for any reason. So just make sure you screw it in all the way until you're stripping it and can never do anything else with it. So if you've got a screw that's got a line across it like this, that is a flat head screw, and I want to tell you, you don't want to mess with this whatsoever. These are nearly impossible to screw in using a flathead screwdriver and a flathead screw. It almost can't be done. You need to be licensed, insured, bonded to have the wherewithal to be able to screw in a flathead screw with a flathead screwdriver. So consult the proper experts on this one. You don't want to touch it. Wherewithal is a word that my dad taught me that sounds made up. Question number 2, Emily writes in, I have a house from 1955 with 1.5 bathrooms, but the bathrooms are connected by a pocket door that is very annoying to open and close, so most of the time I just have 2 toilets and sinks in one bathroom space. You literally go through one bathroom to get to another bathroom. I'd like your home improvement recommendations for this specific situations. Thanks, Emily, for the question. This is probably pretty uncommon, and the message boards on Facebook lit up. There was a lot of excitement around this. Emily even submitted a photo. Jordy, you can put that up. So thanks, Emily. I have several ideas. I'm just going to give you a couple here right out of the gate. The first one, so this is this is a perfectly to scale drawing that I've made. There actually is a sink here too, I think she said. So you come in this way, right? And this is the first bathroom, then there's the pocket door right here, then the second bathroom with the shower. So we have one full bathroom here, and we have one half bathroom here. I would say it's not that uncommon, but it's really, really uncommon. Okay, so my ideas, first of all, why not just wall this off? You know, I mean, that's real easy. And now what you have here is a completely enclosed bathroom, full bathroom, and the way to get into the shower here or to access this bathroom, very simply just climb in this window. You can see from the photo that it's big enough for a human person to fit through. So really now it's not as annoying, it's not as weird. People just very simply access the shower right there through the window. Maybe you leave a little step ladder out there for people to get in. So that's an easy, convenient solution. That's number 1. Idea number 2 is even more simple. That's just his and hers, you know? Why not? His, hers, his. Just decorate them differently and just don't tell people anything and don't worry about it. Okay, idea number 3, very simply with this right here, just build one of those sliding restored farmhouse doors out of an old barn door, right? And you can slide it back and forth. That's not at all gonna solve your problem, but those doors certainly are all the rage right now. Okay, idea number 4 is a little bit out there, but I think you might like it. What I would do is I would build a bed over the top of this toilet right here. I would just build a bed right there, and if you wanted to, you could even kind of leave a little hole cut out right there, so if you have to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, you don't have to get out of bed, right? Now what you've done is you've added a bedroom with an ensuite, and you've just, as a realtor, I can tell you that will increase the value of your home. So build a bed over the top of this toilet and you're good. And really the last solution I have here is just destroy the entire house and kind of start over from scratch. Sometimes you've got to do that. You know, if you've got something that's a little unsightly or a difficult problem to tackle, you might just have to destroy the entire home and start it all over. Thanks, Emily. Great question. Our third question today is from Brian. He says, Dear Terry, first deep friend of the show, long-time watcher, first-time commenter, Brian. Thank you. We have a ton of 2-prong outlets in our home. What happens when we cut off the third thing off the thingy-do we're plugging into the wall? It fits into the outlet that way, but are we harming our appliance or electronic by doing that? Love, 3 thingy-do, confused. This is a great question, and it's one that I get all the time. I'm very happy to address it, very excited to address it now. I know you feel like this maybe looks like a weird snake with eyes and a tongue, but don't knock my drawings. My drawing skills are on point. I even shaded a little bit right there, so I don't want to hear it. So we've got our plug, right? So we've got this, we've got the 2 plug-ins, and then we've got this third thing. This third thing right here that sticks out, that's called a ground. And the reason that's called a ground is because, like the ground, it's stable. It stabilizes the thingy-do. So this third prong thing, it just acts to stabilize that thingy-do into the wall. So that's why it's got that on there. Now, is it important? Do you need it? Absolutely not. I mean, your phone charger's 2-prong, it works, right? That alarm clock radio from 1971, it's 2-prong. Plug it in, it works, right? So do you need that third plug? Of course not. If you feel like the thingy-do is stable, then just do what I do, okay? Step 1. First, you're gonna wanna power down the electricity in the entire home. I know that the thing is completely unplugged and you're just holding it in your hand, but listen, we are dealing with electricity here. You don't wanna shock yourself and look like an idiot. Bring it in here for a minute. Safety is no accident. So that's step 1. Step 2, very simply, take a pair of just household scissors and just lop that bad boy right off, okay? You don't need it, so you can just use any pair of household scissors will get that job done. Now here's the thing though, you do want to make sure that you store that third prong in a little baggie with all your third prongs from all of your appliances and all your devices in the house. And the reason is, if you ever end up plugging in your appliance somewhere where it doesn't feel stable, you want to be able to reattach that thing, right? You need to be able to reattach it, so don't throw it away. That would be stupid. Just make sure you save it and access it when you need it. How do we reattach it? Very, very simple. This is obviously an electrical outlet, so you will use electrical tape. Don't use duct tape for this. Don't use duct tape. You'll look like a fool. So use electrical tape. You can attach that on there. If you leave it off, it is not gonna hurt a thing. I promise you. I put my personal reputation on it. So that's it for this edition. Thank you for all the questions. Keep the questions coming because obviously I have all the answers. We'll see you next time on Least Handy Handyman.